All right, leaving time today. This is the organized chaos of trying to, no, this is just chaos of trying to get ourselves on the move. And this lad, oi, it's time to get up, mate. We gotta hit the road. Okay, he says. All right, let's rock and roll. All right, tent's nearly done. Boys are getting all the guide ropes out. That whole area in there is clean. Mommy is sorting out the porch there. That looks pretty good. That's the vast expanse of our little bungalow that we've been living in for the last week. Here comes the satisfying part of the job. Ooh, that one's coming down.
Flattent.com.
Flattent.com. That's it down on the ground. Now we got to get it in the bag in a bit. All right, that's it. We're done. Time to head off. It's goodbye to the monkey tree. It's been an amazing week. Definitely will come back again. Fantastic campsite. For now, it's the 5-hour drive back home. Peace. Okay, I'm a big boy. I can admit when I got it wrong. So we're on the way back now. Much favorable conditions, 15 degrees today coming back from Devon and Cornwall. And the car's recording to steady 2.6 miles per kilowatt hour. So more on the motorway as well, not driving through towns. So much better today than when we went to Cornwall. So we're just topping up here to my Ionity charges on the M5 and then we're off home. Travel update. So now that we have basically settled ourselves on nice level road, no problems at all, because we've been using the the A30, then the M5, and then now we're on the A303. Smooth traffic, no problem at all. What that has done for the efficiency is that. So now you can see after 3.5 hours of driving, we've gone up to 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. We've done 171 miles. We've still got another 80 something miles to go, but that is really set us up quite nicely on the way back. The efficiency is brilliant. In terms of temperature, we're looking at 14.5 degrees. We got 51% battery left and 136 miles. I can't get any closer because the missus is doing the busy job of driving and I don't want to get in the way, but that is decent. And we still got the same load we came with, same trailer at the back with the same load in it, same load in the boot. Actually no, I've taken some of the load out the boot. I've packed slightly differently on the way back, so it's only light stuff in the boot. But sweet for an Easter weekend drive. Everyone is going towards Cornwall as we're leaving Cornwall, so we've left the traffic for those people going that way. Decent though. All right everybody, so a little bit of a systems update. I've had the car for a while now and we have had a little blemish here. So we'll show you what the blemish is and then we'll tell you why we had that blemish. So one day, minding my own business, as you know, we live in the Kentish town of Kent. Anyway, so we live in Kent, and because I live in areas where there's lots of like country roads and all that sort of stuff, the roads are quite narrow, and as a result of the narrow roads, we have to have lots of passing areas. Now, one day, minding my own business, going for a drive, we were passing at this point right here, and this lovely lady decided that she wasn't going to pull into the passing area that she needs to pull into because I had nothing but hedge on my left hand side, so there's nowhere for me to go. She got too close to me and she smacked my door mirror. Well, that basically meant that my indicator strip along here was broken. It was on the floor, and her mirror was completely shattered. But anyway, she smacked my door mirror, and after checking that she was all right and we went through all of the motions of exchanging details and so on, we decided that we're going to pay for our own damage. She's sustained a lot more damage than I have, and as a result of that, you know, she's going to look after her own car. So I went to BMW and I got the strip, got the new strip, so I've got that in the car. So I'm just going to try and replace that now. £35 it cost me for them to order the part, and I reckon I can pretty much sort this out myself.
Snap the lug off of here.
Yeah, I know she's taken some bits. Alright guys, so after a little bit of help from my neighbor, the job is done. So it's a pretty easy job. I didn't even realize how easy it was. So the clips are in here. He just literally just held it and smacked it from behind like that, and this whole thing came off. And we just plug in a new one, snap that back on, everything is cush-de-boo. And this is how easy it was. So this is the old one that got broken. And as you can see, the way BMW has designed this, I think it's a really elegant design. It's just got a little plug in there, like so. And you got your repeater light. It lights and it lights the whole strip around. So this is the old one that's got broken off. 35 quid this cost me, which was not a lot of money. And then I just had my neighbor help me to replace it. So I'm quite happy. Repeater's working. We just need to buff off some of the plastic from the other lady's car that we've got on there, and all's good. So I call that a win. All right, here is something I discovered the other day. So you join me coming into a parking lot, and as you can see, there are no what you call it, there are no lines drawn on there to tell you, you know, how to park or how you can park like in a nice straight line. So I've discovered something. Let's have a look. So on here, when you go to park in a place like that where there is no lines at all, and you want to make sure, if you have OCD like me and you want it to be perfect, hit that button, and then when you hit that button, that happens. So you can see I've got a front view of the front of the car. Now the magic trick are these yellow lines here. So I'm just going to pull up now to the curb, and I don't want anyone to judge my parking, so make sure you get those yellow lines perfectly against the curb, like so. I reckon we could adjust that a little bit. But let's go and test this out. Let's secure the car first. So we hit park and pull up the handbrake. Let's go and have a look and see if that is any good at all. Right, stepping out of the car. So even though you can see grass there, you can see I'm not even on it there yet, but what I want to check is how straight it is. And you can see, don't know if you can see, but that is perfectly a 90-degree angle towards the curb there. So who knew? It's amazing, right? Now the other thing about it is that you get the exact same lines if you are reversing. Going to reverse, and you can see I have a full view of the car there. But again, you know, you got the lines you can see all around the car, which is great. But if I hit that exact same button, then what happens? It gives me the exact same lines at the back of the car. Do you recognize this envelope? I've been waiting for this for quite some time now. And as you can see, yes, I've already fiddled with it because I've opened it already. And for the first time in me owning cars in a long time, my tax is 0. Dude, usually when these envelopes come, I am like, oh, what does a DVLA want now? How much is it gonna cost me this time? But no, my tax is 0 this year. So yeah, I'm living the dream. For as long as it's 0, I'm pretty sure they're gonna start charging electric cars some kind of tax at some point as more people start investing in them. But yeah, another reason why I'm sort of enjoying my car now, because it's so much cheaper. Nearly a year of having it. This is amazing. So in spite of what I said in my last video about campsites getting into bed with charging companies and so on, I actually meant that, by the way, but I did something extremely foolish, which was that when I went on this camping trip, I forgot my trickle charger. So I'd taken it out of the boot. I thought I had it with me. Turns out I didn't. And that came at a cost. So it meant that on this camping trip, I was 100% dependent on the public charging network to keep getting around Cornwall. So as a result of that, I was eagerly awaiting my charging bill from BMW. So it's no surprise that when it did arrive, we're looking at £80+ to drive to Cornwall, travel, charge twice, bob around Cornwall, charging twice again while I was moving around there during the week, and then one major charge on the way back going home. So it was no surprise that it cost that much, especially in this climate where electricity bills or electricity per kilowatt hour is quite high. All right, everybody, we are nearly at the end of our journey. So we'll do a little bit of stats and then I'm going to say my sayonaras. Let's start first of all with, you see it? You hear that sound? That sound means the car is telling me it doesn't have very much range left. So let's have a look at some stats. 7 miles left to go, 15 minutes. But the car is telling me that with 16% left in the battery, I can go 37 miles. So I'm doing pretty much all right, I would say. And in terms of the statistics now, this is the good stuff. It was a really sweet drive back. 5 hours, 10 minutes driving, 3 miles per kilowatt hour. So that's gone up quite a bit. We've done 253 miles. So let's put that 7 miles on. 260 miles, generated 12 kilowatts back in the battery. On the way back, we've only done one stop. And that one stop was some Ionity chargers in Columpton. I think that's what it's called, Columpton. So we've done the one stop there, and we were on like 45% down from 90. So just charged up to 80 and be on our way. That incurred a little bit of a wait because there was a bit of a queue, but nonetheless, we had a really good camping trip out. I just need to remember to, put my trickle charger in the car and just leave it there for the time being and not take it out, because, I ended up spending what is equivalent to about £50 more than I would have spent if I had brought them that trickle charger. Nonetheless, lesson learned, all is well. We are now going to hunker down now. We've only got just a few miles left to go. Very nice trip, but the drive is very long. That's the thing though, if you want to go see the best parts of England, you got to be prepared to drive for quite a long time, or just appreciate where you live. Anyway guys, thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Peace out.